Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I am coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 1, Episode 9, I believe it is. So, first up, y'all see I'm representing for the veterans. Well, I'm not really representing, I'm not a veteran, but I am supporting the veterans of all our armed forces. It is Veterans Day, it's Tuesday, I'm off, that's why I don't have any makeup on, but you know I had to do something. So, I put the flag on, y'all. I know it's not much, but it's the least that I can do. Saying that I do appreciate all that you have sacrificed and given to our country. Most importantly, freedom. We like the freedom, so thank you very much. I'm so glad that I'm off today. That's another thing that I got to thank the veterans for. I just finished watching Mari, you guys. I'm telling you, that show is really my most guiltiest pleasure on earth. It's so fucking ignorant. So how about, they just did the whole, you are not the father. Why did man do a damn handstand? I was cracking up. Oh my god, that shit had me like crying, laughing for like 5 straight minutes. He did a okay. Oh my god, they killed me on Mari. So anyway, y'all, that shit is so damn ignorant. Anyway, y'all, this is perfect for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Although the show last night really wasn't all that good. I think we're coming to a close on this show. We can't have that many more episodes. I would probably think maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most, but I really feel like somewhere around 2 might be it. And then we'll be on to the reunion. So yeah, the Fulafuku niggatry is about to come to an end, sadly. Okay, but I'm sure they'll replace it with something else. So I only got a few little notes. We gonna get through this. Hopefully the video won't be too long, but when I say that, you know what always happens. So anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, April and Omarion, so it's getting closer to the day. And, they say when you're about to have your baby, it's good to walk, so you can kind of try to, get the pressure of the baby to push down on the cervix and get on up out of there. So they're walking, and while they're walking, we find out that April doesn't seem to have any type of relationship with her mother. Evidently, her mom is Taiwanese. I knew she was Asian and black when you look at her. I just didn't know what part of Asia that her mother may have, one of her parents may have come from. Turns out her mom is Taiwanese, I believe, and the dad is black. She didn't have much relationship with the mother. The mother split the kids up. Half of them was raised by the grandparents, including April. The other half, I guess, she kept. Oh, April's dad went to jail. She didn't really know why. She didn't really know her dad. She didn't really know her mom. So she's got a lot of questions about her life and what's happened and why she is where she is and why her mom treated her the way that she did. A lot of these things come to the forefront when you're about, like, usually when someone dies or when there's a birth about to happen. It starts to bring these kind of thoughts to your own mind. You start wanting to know things about your life. Fucking fly. So Marianne tells her, we'll get your mom down here. We're about to have the baby. We'll make it a big family affair. And then you can sit down and you can talk to her. Okay, so I guess April is going to be able to ask her mother all the questions that she wanted. We ain't even going to talk about any of that until next week. But we saw the previews. Okay. The due date finally is here. It's time to give birth to this baby. You guys know she's having an at-home birth. At-home water birth with a midwife. They go through with it. The midwife is there. She has her tub. She's trying to keep it calm, keep it quiet. Omarion and her, the only ones in the room with the midwife. And, you can tell he's being very supportive. He's holding her. He's rubbing her back. All the things. There's nothing really anybody can do. I mean, it's natural. You just have to let it take its course. Especially if you're not going to be using any type of medications. It sounded like she did do some Pitocin though, but other than that, she didn't have any medication, to take away her level of pain. That damn fly is back in here. I just it didn't went out this window, and then it came back in through this other window. Oh my god, you guys. So anyway, April is a very pretty girl, and the reason why I can say that is because she never really looked toe up while she was in labor, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, labor is very, very, very taxing. I have had it with medication and without, and yeah, it is the most painful thing that any woman could ever sustain. I promise you, on everything. But they didn't show her, of course, in her worst light. They weren't going to do that. But, you know, just when you look in, and even after she has a baby, she just always looks very pretty to me. Because, honey, it ain't always pretty. They have the baby. It was probably the most decent and nicest scene that they've ever had on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, which is pretty sad to say. When a newborn baby steals the show. I'm going to need you to get it together, Mona. Alright, you guys, Amanda and Fizz. So ain't you sick of them? I promise you I am. But let's... So Amanda goes to Fizz's house because she wants to let him know about the meeting that she had with Moniece. Okay, so now you know she gets to Fizz's house. Fizz is already over all of this. Okay, he ain't got too much patience for Amanda. Amanda's saying how, you know, she got hit by Moniece, how Moniece grabbed her by her head, and that, you know, Fizz needed to do something about it. Well, Fizz was just like, well, I'll talk to her. Okay, and she was like, no, you're going to do more than talk. And he was just like, no, I said I'm going to talk to her, and that's all that I am going to do. What else you want me to do? Okay, first of all, I told your monkey ass, don't take your ass over there and talk to her crazy self. Amanda is pissed at the fact that he won't do more. I don't really know what more she wants him to do. I guess she wants him to really put her in her place and make her understand that these two are together and that it's going to work out. However, Fizz doesn't feel that way anymore. This last little stunt with her cheating with the guy, or possibly cheating with the guy, you know, Fizz is just over it. She's upset. She doesn't feel like he's standing up for her and, you know, really fighting for her, and that's why she feels like he does that all the time. And, you know, after they go arguing back and forth, she just decides to leave, okay? I guess this is her saying that it's over once again. Now, Fizz goes and talks to Moniece. And Moniece seems to have it kind of twisted herself, okay, and feels that she should be able to choose the mate of her baby daddy. Now, let's not get this confused. As much as we don't like Amanda, we can't sit here and really think that it's okay for Moniece to feel that she can choose and pick out the partner of her baby daddy. This is the problem with when you have a baby mama or a baby daddy. Instead of it just being two people being parents to this child, you have possibly 3, possibly 4 people. Creates a whole lot of mess. It's very hard to co-parent when you have other people that are trying to weigh in on the situation as well. That's why it's always good to, if you're gonna be choosing a goddamn father of your child or mother of your child, you should really be with them for the long run, okay? Meaning you should be married, or at least extremely committed to the cause. Now, you know, these two, I really think that they never really thought it out. They was together, they was having sex or whatever, and they had this baby, but, you know, he knew she was crazy and didn't have any intentions of really being with her. You know how these things go. So then this is the price that you pay. You know, Moniece, for her to sit and think that she can choose who her baby daddy's mate is gonna be, no. You get fucked up baby daddy girlfriends, fucked up baby mama boyfriend. You may not like the choice of your baby mama, baby daddy mate. So even though some of the things that, you know, Moniece was saying about Amanda had some merit, we all know that Amanda's not ready to be no stepmama at this time. And I done already told you that I just feel like Amanda is just hanging on. You was overstepping, Moniece. Okay, you have absolutely no say. Okay, and Fizz was just like, bitch, you crazy if you think you're going to tell me what to do. Okay, unless my child is coming to you and telling you that Amanda is doing something wrong or making him feel some kind of way, you don't have any other say. Okay, he's with me. I make sure that he's okay. Okay, you don't even take care of him. So, you know, what is it that you really feel like you're about to be able to tell me? And I totally agreed with him on that one. Okay, ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it, Moniece. Okay, you can threaten to beat the girl up and all of that. You know, I think we all would appreciate a good little tussle like that. But it's still not going to change anything. Whoever Fizz decides to be with, you just going to have to deal with it. So they were at the unveiling of, you know, the face of this strip club, Nikki and Tiara. Okay, we also had Hazel sitting over there. And once they pull off the sheet and we find out that it's Masika, you know, Masika Kalisha comes out and she's, you know, very gracious and thanks everybody for coming. Tiara Marie and Nikki walk up to her. You know, Tiara's telling her congratulations. And girl, you sure did pull a fast one on us. Nikki is salty. She's in full hater mode, okay, and was just like, oh, so you guys think that you guys did something by not letting me know. Okay, well, you know what? I can get your ass removed. And Masika was like, no, you won't. and you can't do that anyway. And it looks like these two were about to try to get into some sort of a confrontation, and then Hazel was just like, you know, she wants to go and mix it up, like she said. So she goes over there. So now we got Hazel, Masika, Nikki, and Tierra Marie. Hazel was just like, oh, Tierra, I just thought I'd let you know that, you know, Berg is telling everybody that you are his boo and that you guys are together, and you know, I just never thought that you would be trying to come after my sloppy seconds. Okay, well, Tierra was just like, what are you talking about? Me and Berg are not together. And she was just like, well, that's what he said. And then Masika was just like, because I feel like Masika felt like, damn, they about to steal the show and this is my damn unveiling. Okay, so Masika jumps in and was like, why don't you tell Tierra the shit that you told me about her? Hazel was just like, bitch, why don't you shut the fuck up? Okay, well, Masika was just like, no, bitch, why don't you tell her what you said? Tierra was just like, oh, so you was telling this bitch my business? What was you saying? So then Masika was just like, oh, that you was a bum bitch and that you be sleeping around with a whole bunch of people and that you was a hoe and all of this. So then Tierra was just like, well, goddamn, you going around telling folks all my goddamn business. And then Hazel was just like, I wouldn't even have to tell her the business if you wasn't breaking the girl code. And Tierra was like, how the fuck you gonna talk about the girl code and you talking to her and telling her all my business? Tierra was just like, the girl fucking code, I was giving you a pass when you was just running off at the mouth with Berg because I figured you was mad and, you know, you was just talking to him. But you gonna go and tell this other bitch some shit about what happened with between me and whatever I did when we lived together? Yeah, that shit is foul, okay? Hazel was just like, you know, trying to have a moment, I believe, because Hazel was just like, well, why did you do this? You know, why did you do that? You know, trying to find out why Tierra, you know, treated her the way that she did. And I guess she was trying to make Tierra feel a little bit emotional about it, but Tierra wasn't willing to go there, okay? It was funny because they was arguing and that damn Nikki was standing over at the side with her eyes like just big, looking back and forth and everything. I was just like, yeah, girl, don't even jump in, okay? Nikki didn't even get to have her confrontation with Masika for this bullshit that was going on with Hazel, Masika, and Tierra Marie. And, you know, Nikki did take heed and decide not to jump in. I was like, that's right, bitch, because you don't want to get into this threesome of these black girls fighting. And after they finished this damn argument, you know, they all break off and they go their separate ways, okay? And it was real dramatic, okay? Because I guess Mona had the fucking camera up on the ceiling, so you got to see them all just kind of disperse. I was just like, all right, score one for Mona's cinematography. Now, later on, Nikki and her witchy poo mama go to lunch on Sunset Boulevard, and they're right across the street from the billboard of Masika. Nikki is foul, okay? She's telling the mama that she wants to get the shit taken down, okay? The mama was just like, oh, that billboard, girl. I've been in this business 35 years, and when I look at that, I don't think of a stripper. I think of a bathtub ad, and I had to agree. It did kind of look like a bathtub ad, okay? When you think of strippers, you want to see them in stripper mode, okay? Not looking like they taking a bath in a, you know, in a bunch of diamonds, but whatever. But the mom was just like, yeah, we can't take this billboard down, okay? It's not our business. Okay, the business owners can put whoever they want up on the billboard. So, you know, Nikki ain't too pleased about that. But the mama was just like, but honey, I got something a little bit better, okay? And she pulls out the picture of Masika's mugshot. Okay, the mama was like, nah, we can do whatever we want to do with this here. So, you know, you just think about it. So now I guess we already know, although we already knew anyway, who put the billboard up of Masika and her mugshots. Fast forward, Tierra, in true love and hip-hop fashion, you know, messiness, she plans a meeting between Nikki and Masika, unbeknownst to Nikki, because, you know, she feels that they need to talk and maybe come to terms that Mally Mal was the problem and that them two can, you know, really get along. Well, when Masika gets there, you know, you quickly see that, no, these two are not going to get along. They don't like each other. She plans a meeting between Nikki and Masika, unbeknownst to Nikki, because, you know, she feels that they need to talk and maybe come to terms that Mally Mal was the problem and that them two can, you know, really get along. Well, when Masika gets there, you know, you quickly see that, no, these two are not going to get along. They don't like each other. Well, Nikki is still foul about her trying to hit her and throwing a drink at her, and Masika's rubbing it in her face that she's up on the billboard and there's nothing that she can do about it. Well, Nikki threatens her and tells her that, you know, she know about her mugshot and maybe she can put her mugshot up on the billboard, and, you know, then Masika threatens her and tells her that she'll put her before pictures up of her, you know, before she had all her plastic surgery. Did you hear when Nikki said she had an accident? I was just like, so your whole fucking body and face and everything was fucked up? You had to get it all done? Okay. So it just, the meeting doesn't go well, okay? Tierra was trying to mediate and trying to get them to calm down and trying to get them to see, you know, some common ground and trying to get them to agree on things, and none of that was happening. Like I said, these girls don't like each other. Nikki decides that she gonna gonna leave before the shit escalates any further. And I was just like, see, that's the way you circumvent a fight. Okay, I'm gonna need Nikki to get together with Amanda and get her, you know, well versed on black girl fighting 1-on-1. Okay, Ray J is getting close to his sentencing date and he's getting a little stressed out. So he decides that he's going to go hang with his boys. Today, I just need to relieve some stress. You know, kick it with my friends. Tomorrow is the big sentencing day. I don't know if I'm going to get locked up or what, but you know what? I got the best lawyer in the business and I ain't going to worry about nothing. So what's better than two homies I can chill with than Young Berg and Sincere? We always turn up. Let's get it. I'm just like, oh, he is so... Anyway, so he sits down and he's talking to Young Berg and Sincere. Okay, side note, who the fuck bought Sincere that goddamn leopard jacket, the damn red hat, and the tank top? Real low cut tank top combination, okay? Whoever did that, I want him to be in trouble. He always look a fucking mess. Like, he's just too big and stuffed up in that shit. Anyway, they chopping it up. They laughing with Ray about, you know, the charges that's up against him. He's for vandalism, trespassing, aggravated assault or something like that. I think he said a resisting arrest. So yeah, he's got some big charges against him. And like Sincere said, you know, Ray J ain't about that life, okay? So he's a little nervous. Berg feels that since they're sitting there and they chopping it up, you know, he might as well tell them that, you know, him and Tierra Marie reconnected and that, you know, he was able to get a hit out for her. And, you know, Ray J was like, so? You know what I thought you was fixing to tell me? That you fucked her. You know, and he was just like, no, you know, Berg was just like, as much as I really wanted to, you know, to us, no, it didn't go down like that. Sincere with his big fat ass gonna jump in talking about, you know, you didn't try to get with that, and I told you about it, and I told you about her, and, you know, she tried to hit me, and Berg was just like, well, you know, she ain't do none of that to me. And then, you know, Ray J was just like, I told you she was crazy. You know, it was just kind of fucked up the way they was talking on and on about Tierra Marie, because Sincere knows that he aggravated that situation. It wasn't like she was just coming for him normally. And Ray J is full of shit anyway. When he gonna sit there and say that he and Tierra was never really together. Y'all saw how Young Berg had that look on his face like, nigga, please. Okay, they cut it off, but we still was able to see it because Berg knows that they were together. Ray J knows that they were together. We know that they were together. Okay, so I don't even know why he's trying to perpetrate this fraud. Later on, we find out that because of Ray J's spectacular lawyer, he didn't even have to go to court, that his lawyer was able to get him 3 years probation, 100 hours of community service, and some anger management classes. So that's all he has to do for acting a fool in the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. Now I got to start focusing on my life, my career, and my brand. My mama didn't raise no convict, and she definitely didn't raise no fool. I gotta get my life together, and I gotta walk down the right path. Now I gotta do right, period. Okay, Ray J. So I guess he feels that he owes his family an apology. Okay, so he sits down with his pops. Okay, y'all, that pops is as smooth as a fucking piece of butter, ain't he? Okay, pops. All right, you know, now we kind of see wherever this charm that people say that Ray J has, we see where it comes from. Definitely from that daddy. Pops is telling them, you know, we need you to do better, okay? This shit that you got going on is killing your mom, okay? It's just way too much. Ray J, like I said, he's apologetic. You know, he's able to somehow tie all of this into his relationships and how, you know, they just seem to get out of his control. How much he loved Princess Love, but this whole shit with Tierra Marie and how she just won't let it go. Dad was just like, shit, Sonya talks to Tierra all the time. You know, Ray J was just like, you know what? My mom was never able to bond with Princess Love. She probably think that me and Tierra is gonna get back together. You know, his father just tries to give him some good advice, okay? You a good person, you a smart person, you know, I want you to win. You are a winner. You have to start acting as if, okay? So what you need to do is you need to sit down, you need to talk to Tierra Marie, okay? If that's how she feels, you can't fault her for her feelings, okay? And truly, you do owe her an apology. So Ray J, after some time, yeah, he starts to think about it, and you know what? You right, Pops. I do need to sit down and talk to her because that shit wasn't right. And, you know, nothing I do is going to be right until I close that chapter with her and make it right. So I guess, Ray J is about to apologize to Tierra Marie. So that's it, you guys. It wasn't too much of that episode, was it? All right, you guys, so that's it. Let me get on in here and get this edited so I can put it up and catch the next 12 o'clock show of Maury. I love that show. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right? All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.